Ever since the study of archaeology was created by humankind, we have witnessed some incredible discoveries. From the Stonehenge to the Great Pyramids of Giza, history has left jaw-dropping evidence. But in today's video, let's focus on those surprising findings that have left us frightened to the core. Here are 10 scariest discoveries found buried underground. Before we get started, make sure to leave a like on this video. Also, if you'd like to join this month's Star 5 giveaway of a brand new iPhone 12, then all you have to do is subscribe to the channel and watch this video until the end to find and comment the hidden message. Good luck! Number 10. Vampire Burials. Let's begin our list with such a stunning discovery that sounds like something straight out of a horror novel. Vampire and paranormal superstitions were very high in the Middle Ages in the Balkan countries. In 2014, a group of archaeologists stumbled upon a discovery that raised a few eyebrows in confusion. In present-day Bulgaria, the remains of a supposed 40-year-old man were uncovered. With an iron rod hammered right through his chest, scientists believe this was a way to keep the corpse from rising from the dead and disturbing the living. Along with the corpse's amputated left leg, archaeologists came to the conclusion that this body belonged to a man who might have raised the suspicion of vampirism to the locals, hence the hammered-down body later being found thousands of years later. Number 9. Screaming Mummies. If you thought mummies were scary enough on their own, just wait until you hear about our number 9 pick. Back in the late 1880s, scientists encountered an enlightening discovery. When unwrapping Egyptian mummies, archaeologists came across corpses that looked as if they had died screaming their lungs out. But the real story behind the screaming mummies was revealed soon after. In ancient Egypt, mummy wrapping methods often didn't include secure ties that would go around the jaws of the dead. And so, as the result of the body decomposing, the mouths of the corpses would naturally fall open. But even with this logical explanation, we can't help but think of the alternative scenario of these bodies being mummified as they screamed for help. Number 8. Alien Skulls. Up next at number 8, let's talk about the supposed alien skull discovered that overtook headlines in the late 1990s. Accidentally discovered in 1999 when building an irrigation canal, residents in a small village of Mexico found themselves jaw-dropped in pure shock. Along with uncovering an ancient prehistoric cemetery, people saw a few skeletons with strangely elongated skulls. Said to look like something unworldly, this 1999 event soon became infamous as the alien skull discovery of Mexico. But before you assume humanity has finally come across solid proof of extraterrestrial life, think again. While these oval-shaped heads do resemble alien skulls to some extent, the truth is, these bodies are evidence of the cranial deformation methods and rituals that were practiced in Central America. By binding the heads of young children to wooden boards, tribes would achieve the pinpoint elongated heads with enough pressure. And while no one is sure why the rituals were performed in the first place, one thing's for sure, the entire process seems more than painful to the eye. Number 7. Cannibalism. Coming in at number 7 is the scary discovery that has created a few theories across the archaeological board. In 1994, a group of researchers and archaeologists found a surprising scene in the cave system of northwest Spain. They discovered Neanderthal skeletons consisting of 3 children, 3 teenagers, and 6 adults in total. But what made these prehistoric bodies so special? According to the archaeologists, these corpses showed fragmented bones in their skulls, leading to the conclusion that the supposed family was swiftly killed by splitting open their heads and extracting their brains. Scientists believe this shocking discovery goes under the cannibalism category. Number 6. Pits of severed hands. Our number 6 spot goes to the discovery that didn't particularly come as a shock to most archaeologists. When exploring one Hyksos palace in Avaris, Egypt, a group of archaeologists and researchers stumbled upon what could only be described as a pit of severed hands. 2 hands were discovered right outside the palace walls, and just 2 outside the throne room. Said to date back around 3,600 years, these buried hands were presumed to represent the cut-off parts of enemies. As later deduced by scientists, as these hands are the right hands of adult males, the logical explanation leads to the theory of ritual severing. But why didn't this discovery come as a shock to the group of archaeologists? Well, as it turns out, these archaeologists had already found pictures and evidence of similar rituals, showing soldiers trading the cut-off enemy hands for a package of gold. Number 5. Hanging coffins. Coming in at number 5 are the coffins that left millions stunned across the globe. Dating back 1,200 years old, 131 decaying coffins hang in the Hebei province of China. Belonging to the ancient people of Bo, These hanging coffins occupy the man-made cave known as the Cave of Fairies. Being held up by wooden stakes and wide openings in the rocks, these coffins hang 165 feet above the ground. It is believed to serve a religious ritual that blessed the dead, while the high-hanging burials also kept wild animals away from the decaying bodies. With each carved-out coffin weighing around 220 pounds, the hanging coffins of Hubei, China is definitely one of the most unusual archaeological discoveries in recent history. Number 4. Modern human petrifications. If you get easily squeamish by seeing blood or human flesh, then we suggest fast-forwarding our number 4 pick. Back in the 1820s, there was one Italian doctor and scientist who was obsessed with mummification and petrification methods. Dr. Girolamo Sagato became infamous thanks to its modern-day petrification practices. Said to have stolen newly dead bodies from graves, the Italian doctor would preserve the corpse using his new petrification techniques. The notorious mad scientist's tombstone even read, "Here lies decayed Giraldo Sagato from Bologna, who could only have been totally petrified if his art had not died with him." Number 3. Baby skulls. Taking our number 3 place is the 1988 discovery that still stuns some scientists to this day. In the late 1980s, around 100 baby skeletons were discovered in a sewer under a Roman bathhouse in Ashkelon. The archaeological finding, which was thought to be a mass baby grave, is the largest discovery of deceased infants in one place. With scientific research and forensic testing confirming the young age of these babies, the skulls belonged to infants that were less than 1 week old. Not only were these baby skulls extremely young in age, but forensics also show these babies were absolutely healthy as well. The only conclusion in theory archaeologists could come up with was that these skulls belonged to those unwanted children born to sex workers and laborers. Number 2. The Bog People. If you thought Dr. Sagato's preserved human remains were scary, wait until you hear about our number 2 pick. Meet the Bog People of Northern Europe. The perfectly preserved human remains look almost too inconceivable or far-fetched for modern history, but alas, it's completely real. Thanks to the lack of oxygen, low temperatures, and high acidity present, the remains of the bodies buried in 8000 BC remain shockingly preserved. Buried on specific grounds meant for criminals or for executed murderers, the Bog People of Northern Europe remain one of the scariest archaeological discoveries in history. Number 1. Frozen sacrificed children. And last but not least, let's talk about the archaeological discovery that will make you want to sleep with your lights on at night. In 1999, a shrine located near the summit of the Luchano volcano in Argentina was discovered. Frozen to death and forever preserved, scientists stumbled upon 3 children that appeared to have been sacrificed. Said to be chosen for the Incan sacrifice ritual known as capacocha, archaeologists discovered the 3 bodies that date back to 500 years ago. With the sacrifice representing a link between the Inca people and the gods, the ritual capacocha served as a way to appease the gods and diverge from natural disaster occurrences. And the 3 frozen children found in 1999 were no exception to the capacocha ritual. These unlucky children were later given names: Lululeko Boy, Lululeko Maiden, and Lightning Girl. We told you this scary archaeological discovery would send shivers down your spine. And with that, we end today's video. Which frightening underground discovery did you find the most extraordinary? Are there any scary and eerie findings and discoveries you think deserve a spot on our list? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Also, make sure you subscribe and give us a like. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from Star 5. Thanks for watching. Until next time.